the 40, 1929. Me and the boys were surrounded by the guns of Capone and the South Side. It was a cold windy morning, had a shipment of meat on 2122 North Clark Street. We checked the coast and the coast looked clear, so we went up, boys, the time was near. It was bootleg liquor. It was bootleg liquor. It was bootleg liquor. I waited a while just to look outside. Well, you don't take Bugs Moran for a ride. The car drew up with 4 men inside, with long overcoats and he lined my friends up against the wall and said, let him have it, and that was all. He killed my boys, yeah, he took their lives with 100 rounds of 45. Only Capone kills like that. Only Capone kills like that. Only Capone. Since Valentines Day, Capone was pissed that I got away. I have a very special place in my heart for that two-faced, bad taste, D-based, murderous bard. This is a story of Bugs Moran. This is a story of Bugs Moran. This is a story of a very lucky man.
Hello, friends. Do you have a moment so that we may discuss our Lord and Savior Minarchy? No, seriously, I'm just kidding. Hi, my name's Rick Robinson. I am the general manager of KLRNradio.com. We are probably the largest independent podcast network that you've never heard of. We have a little bit of everything, and by that, what I mean to tell you is we have news, pop culture, special events, conspiratainment, true crime, mental health shows, drama productions, and pretty much everything in between. So if you're looking for a new podcast home to grab a little bit of everything that you love all in one place, come check us out. You can find us on X under @KLRNradio. You can find us on our Rumble and our YouTube channels under the same names. You can also find us at KLRNradio.com and pretty much every podcast catcher known to man. So again, feel free to come check us out anytime you like at KLRNradio.
Ready to learn some medieval combat, kiddo?
You bet, Dad. Let's do this.
You know, spending quality time with your kids is important, but finding a fun and safe way to do it can really be a challenge. That's where halberds come in. Halberds are the perfect way to bond with your kid while teaching them about history and physical fitness. Plus, they're a blast to play with. So next time you're looking for some family fun activity, grab a halberd and get ready to make some memories.
Come on, Dad. Round 2.
Halberds, bringing families together one medieval battle at a time. This commercial brought to you by the KLRNradio.com Ad Council.
Front Porch Forensics deals with the darkest corners of human nature. This show contains graphic discussions of murder, violence, and the brokenness of the human soul. Listener discretion is strongly advised. But if you choose to stay, well, family, pull up a chair on our front porch, but no, it gets real dark here real fast.
So this girl's out back behind the bar. She's a good girl. She called a car. You got 3 motherfuckers and a big white van, 2 dumb friends and 1 mean man. Well, she'll fucking kill you. She wins every fight. She's gonna rock your shit by the end of the night. And the only advantage that a killer has is they think they have the right. I listen to a lot of true crime. I listen to it at night. I like the girl talk, it makes me feel alright. I like scary stories in the morning, and I like them at night. I like the girl talk vibes, they make me feel just fine. I listen to a lot of true crime.
Welcome, friends and family, to Front Porch Forensics. Thank you for joining us tonight. I am your co-host and producer of Front Porch Forensics, Bumpstock Ken. We are once again inside. I was setting up the studio on our porch and on a beautiful night, and it started sprinkling rain, and I thought, well, electronics and rain don't mix. So we are inside once again.
Yeah, it's like 40 degrees, so.
Well, I'm sweating, you're in a sweatshirt. Joining me as always is my wonderful, outstanding, better half, the love of my life, my soulmate, my best friend, and my Valentine, Bumpstock Barbie, your hostess with the mostest.
I say you are my forever Valentine.
Forever Valentine.
Yeah, no, you're stuck with me. So you're not getting out of that.
Well, today is actually Valentine's Day.
Yeah. February 14th.
Hopefully, if y'all are joining us, then y'all have plans for later, which is fine. It's going to be a special night for all kinds of couples, and I hope you're out there having fun. And if you chose to join us, then we thank you very, very much. Tonight's episode is the anniversary of one of the most infamous events in America criminal history, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. So it's fitting we're discussing this here on Valentine's Day itself, the actual day.
I say we have to because that's when it took place. So
yeah, almost 100 years ago.
Just about, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it being February 14th, for sure, this case remains a very stark reminder of the violence that defined Prohibition-era Chicago. Not Chicago today, which is very, very violent as it is.
Yeah.
But this was during Prohibition and in Chicago. So we're going to walk through the entire story chronologically, covering the historical buildup, the lead up, the massacre itself, the investigation, suspects, the lasting impact, and all are going to be based on established records that we have. So we're going to begin just here at the roots of it. Prohibition set the stage for everything that is going to follow tonight.
Yep. So what we're talking about here is organized crime.
Yeah.
What we have today is unorganized crime for the most part.
For the most part, yeah. Organized crime is like your Italian gangs, your
the mobsters,
Yeah,
the gangsters.
yeah.
I'm sure there's still there's still some of that around, but what we see more now is more of the gang violence or just
right.
Violence in general. And I don't know that gang violence would necessarily be categorized as organized or not.
For the most part, no, it's not considered organized crime at all.
Right.
But that's what we think of today with Chicago.
Mhm.
So we're not talking about any of that.
No, we could do a whole show on just
We could do a lot of shows
Mhm.
on just that.
Right. So organized crime in Chicago predates prohibition, and we all are familiar with what prohibition is. You're on the wrong side of me, so I can't seem to get comfortable.
Let's say I'm usually on his right side, but
Yeah.
apparently I just sat on the wrong side tonight.
Right.
So
I'm looking at my dates here to keep everything in line. So we're going to start at the rise of the organized crime in Chicago. This would be somewhere around 1920 is when it really starts coming to the heyday.
1900s,
Yeah.
at least. Very beginning of the 1900s, for
Mhm.
sure.
So we got, like I said, in Chicago, organized crime was focused on gambling, prostitution, and labor racketeering. James Calismo, known as Big Jim, controlled much of the South Side in the early 1900s. And South Side was like the bigger,
Right.
it had more of the factories and all that kind of stuff in it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to keep in mind, like, the geography of Chicago, Illinois. So keep all that in mind. We're going to go into January 16th of 1920, so the very beginning of the year 1920. The 18th Amendment takes effect here. This banned the manufacture, the sale, the transportation of intoxicating liquors under the Volstead Act. So bootlegging became enormously profitable.
Mm-hmm.
And this sparked so many horrific territory wars.
Yep.
In places like this.
We had for where we live, I had family members who were bootleggers in the mountains on the same road that.
Well, we live in the foothills of the Appalachian
Yep.
Mountains and everything, so the Kentucky, Tennessee areas, all that, our family members would be very, very high.
But this road right here that we live off of was one of the main stretches back then.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because you could drop off the mountain into the valley to get to other bigger cities.
That's how I got to town.
And on either side. And all these hollers and stuff with all their lakes and the creek. Well, not lakes. They made all the lakes and ponds, but all the creeks running up on this mountain, which is, normally creeks are in the valleys. Well, the mountains got creeks running on top of it. And they would get in those hollers, and that's where their stills would be. And they was actually making it in this area and bootlegging from this area. And for my previous life, before I met you, that family that I was married into, their people were one of the bigger ones on this end that ran.
Okay, I had no idea about that, actually.
I never really thought about telling about it, but yeah.
I say that's not even in our script, guys.
The Appalachian mountain range is even still today. You can find active.
Okay,
stills.
I did not know that.
I don't know. There's any around here. There may be somebody's backyard, but they're not selling it. That's the problem. Selling it. But back in the 20s, everything was hunky dory until they decided to make it illegal, and that is the problem. That's where everything set in, is making
Right.
it illegal all of a sudden. Johnny Torrio,
I would say Torrio, yeah.
succeeded Calissimo after his murder on May 11th of 1920, likely orchestrated by Torrio himself. And Torrio expanded into bootlegging and recruited
Alphonse
Oh,
Al
okay.
Capone.
So
Yeah.
why didn't you say Al Capone? So Alphonse Al Capone.
Well, because Alphonse is
Yeah.
like shortened up is going to be Al.
Yeah, well, me trying to read it threw
Oh.
me off. So
Again, we're not good with names, guys.
he recruited the Al Capone. Everybody knows who Al Capone is, from New York around 1900, 1920, and 1921 as an enforcer for Torrio.
And okay, gang enforcers, they're the ones that are going in and like breaking legs, breaking fingers. Like they're the enforcers, you know?
Yep. I just put him on the screen there.
Yeah.
He don't look like a necessarily a big enforcer,
I
but
was say you would never like look at this guy with that smile and everything and think this guy's gonna break my kneecaps or break all
Yeah.
my fingers.
well, I'm sure this photo is him being older by this point.
Maybe.
So
Yeah.
But that's Al Capone. Everybody, but probably arguably the most notorious
Yeah.
gangster that there was. So.
Right. The North Side Gang, though, which was initially led by Dion O'Banion. I thought that was our daughter texting. It's not. North Side Gang, initially led by Dion O'Banion, later Jaime Weiss. They clashed repeatedly with Torrio's outfit. So some of the key incidents here include the January 12th, 1925 attempt on Al Capone's life that you just showed.
Yeah.
They've attempted to kill him. And the January 24th, 1925 ambush that wounded Torrio severely. He retired and he handed the leadership to Capone.
So that's how Capone basically got in charge then.
Right. But so there was an attempt on his life, then there was an attempt on the main guy's life, and
Right.
which the main guy then retired and then put Capone in
I
charge.
guess he had figured he had made enough finally to. It must have been close enough, a near death experience enough that he decided to get out. Then.
Yeah, I would assume so. I mean, if it's me, I'm like, yeah, I'm probably gonna. I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah. Well, Jaime Weiss was assassinated on October 11th, 1926, outside his headquarters, which was widely attributed to be Capone's own men who did it. And then you've got George Bugs Morin, then took over the North Side Gang. A drive-by at Capone's Hawthorne Inn in Cicero on September 20th, 1926, escalated tensions even further between the two of them.
Can I just say that, like, nicknames back then were so much better than they are now.
Oh, yeah.
I think. Like,
yeah. But this is, I'm going to put up Bugs and Al Capone there. That's Al Capone on the left without the hat, and
right.
Bugs on the other side there.
Yeah. And then from 26 to 28, the conflict then involved bombings, hijackings, and actually assassinations. So Capone's organization generated an estimated $105 million annually by 1928.
Wow.
And Moran controlled the North Side territories. By early 1929, the rivalry became unsustainable.
Yeah, well, you're talking about that kind of money between them. I mean, that kind of money on the line.
Back then, especially,
yeah.
if we were to calculate it, but based on what it would be today,
there's no telling.
That's ridiculous. Like, that's a lot of money in the 20s.
Yeah. That's crazy amounts of money. I mean, it's a crazy amount of money now, but
yeah, for sure.
So in January 1929, Capone Then he's in Florida at this point.
Yeah.
He's moved down there. So he authorized a plan to remove Morin permanently. So he gets Machine Gun Jack McGunn.
Again, with the great nicknames. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I'm sorry, like Machine Gun Jack. Come
Yep.
on.
So he had him coordinating the effort.
Yeah.
So basically, Capone moves to Florida or relocates to Florida.
Yeah.
And he's running the business from down there.
And the strategy here is to lure Moran to the SMC Cartage Company garage at 2122 North Clark Street in Lincoln Park, which was a front for Moran's bootlegging operations.
Mm-hmm. So on February 13th, 1929, a contact possibly connected to Detroit's Purple Gang. Boy, that just sounds terrifying, doesn't it?
That one almost sounds like these almost like transgender things that we got going on. The Purple Gang.
The Purple Gang.
Like, it just sounds that way. Like, I'm not even sorry. It just sounds like that.
Yeah. Could you imagine those? Like, somebody's threatening you and they're being all menacing and all that, and goes like, yeah, and you remember, we're from the Purple Gang.
Okay. Keep in mind, though, that what they called gay people, they were a wee bit lavender. Lavender is a shade of purple, guys. Come on.
That's it.
Like, I'm sorry, that's not intimidating
At all.
Well, for us looking back on it now, it's not, but
yeah. So boss, the Purple Gang didn't work. So should we send in the pinks? How about the fuchsias?
What about violet?
Those violets can get violent. Purple Gang. They'd probably kill us all though nowadays. So, anyways.
Well, the gangs back then, absolutely, for sure.
So the Purple Gang, the gang from Detroit offered Morin a shipment of hijacked premium old log cabin whiskey, and Morin agreed to accept delivery at 10:30 a.m. the very next day.
Yeah. Part of his preparations actually included a black 1927 Cadillac that was modified to resemble a police vehicle, and it came complete with a siren. Like, they knew what they were doing.
Oh, yeah.
They made this look like a police vehicle complete with a siren. So the team acquires 2 Thompson submachine guns, the Tommy guns.
Tommy guns, yep. 45 caliber.
I would absolutely love to have one of those today.
Mm-hmm.
One had a 50-round drum magazine, one had a 20-round box, and they had a sawed-off shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
So lookouts were stationed in the nearby buildings.
Right.
Probably up higher, like if they had multiple stories to them.
I've got a little picture here we can show this. Oh, hold on. They give you an idea of where it is. You see the garage doors there on the left.
Okay, but the angle of this, you see that they are up higher.
Yeah, it's in an alley between 2 buildings.
Okay. So yeah, they were up in a higher window to get that angle for that photo.
And that opening there, if it's on your screen now, yeah, to the left would be the garage door where they would take deliveries and everything like that.
You see the trucks sitting there too, so
just gives you an idea of where this was happening at.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it was a cold, snowy morning in Chicago, and now we're looking at February 14th, 1929, the day of. So Morin's associates began arriving at the garage around 9 to 10 a.m. Albert James Clark Kachelik, Morin's second in command and brother-in-law. Adam Hayer, a bookkeeper and a business manager. So he was basically the smarts of the ones that kept their books. Albert Weinshank, who managed cleaning and dyeing operations. Enforcers Frank and Peter Gussenberg, Reinhard H. Schwimmer.
I wonder if there's any relation to David Schwimmer.
an optician, and then also an associate. David Schwimmer from Friends.
Okay, that's not a common name. Come
No.
on.
And John May, a mechanic, accompanied by his dog Highball. If they kill the dog, I'm gonna get mad.
Highball is actually kind of a great name for like a pit bull style dog,
I bet it wouldn't.
or a
Pitbull.
Rottweiler or something. I don't know. I kind of love that name though.
Mhm.
I really do. So okay, Moran, along with Willie Marks and Ted Newberry, he's delayed by a haircut appointment.
Yeah, Moran was getting his haircut, and by approximately 10:30 a.m., 7 men were inside. Lookouts mistook Weissenbank for Moran because they resembled it.
I say they kind of fairly looked.
Yeah, they
enough
resembled
alike
each
that,
other, and they thought that this
that
Weinshanks
Weinshank
was Moran.
Yeah,
So, which was their target?
right. So between 10:30 and 10:35 a.m., the black Cadillac has now arrived. So 4 to 6 men exited this Cadillac, which to me brings up clown car, but it's much darker
Mhm.
in that. 2 were actually in police uniform.
Right.
The other 2 were in civilian clothes. They entered, they announced the raid, and they ordered the men to line up facing this northern wall.
Yeah. And that's why they used the police uniforms, because it made them think it was just a police raid,
Right.
and that it wasn't a rival gang, because a rival gang means certain death.
Exactly.
A police raid means, hey, we're about to get busted. We'll pull
They're
some
going to
strings.
arrest us.
They'll pull some strings and we'll get out soon enough, because
Yeah.
most of the police were on the payroll anyways. So the assailants opened fire with the Thompsons and the shotgun, discharging 70 rounds in roughly 3 minutes. All 7 men were killed or mortally wounded, which is killed later.
Sorry, Aunt Pam's in the Facebook chat, so I was saying hey to her.
Hey, Pam. So Frank Gusenberg was taken to the Alechia Brothers Hospital, but he died at 1:30 p.m. Without naming any of the perpetrators. So even at that point, I don't know if he was anything kind of honoring that. I think he probably just couldn't speak.
I was about to say, I mean, if he's already taken in and he died at the hospital, the Alexian Brothers Hospital, and died,
Mm-hmm.
no, he probably couldn't speak.
That's
Like,
what
he
I'm
probably
assuming.
was not conscious enough or lucid enough to give any kind of information at all.
And I wonder about that time frame too. 70 rounds from a Thompson that had a 50-round clip or drum, and the other Thompson had a 20-round stick magazine. I think, I don't remember how many rounds it was, but
let's see what it was.
well, you got 50 from the drum.
Yeah.
And then you've got
50-round drum magazine, one with a 20-round box, and a sawed-off shotgun.
Right. The sawed-off shotgun, at that point, it could have been a 5-shot shotgun, but more likely a double barrel. I don't know.
Yeah.
But.
I mean, shotguns, we don't really associate them with a lot of rounds being able
So
to
we're
be
looking
fired.
at a minimum of, even if it was a single shotgun, a minimum of 71 rounds. And they spent all 70 of them.
Right.
Depending on how many was from the shotgun. But still 3 minutes, that's not, they didn't, if it actually took 3 minutes worth of shooting, they didn't do this quickly.
You don't have photos of the actual alleyway, do you?
Just that one that I showed you. I do have a photo of the wall, though.
Because there are photos out there from the St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see the bodies.
Yeah.
Up against the wall, basically.
This wall, once I just put it up there on the thing.
I say once it loads up and everything, but yeah, I mean, this was a deliberate, brutal murder.
I saw the picture you was talking about. That's from of where the investigators recreated the photo.
Okay.
And so I didn't add it, but you saw the just the alleyway and then the doorway. Well, basically,
you can see right there blood on the bricks, and
so basically just off to the side of the doorway. They lined
Yeah.
them all up facing the wall, and then they opened fired on them. And here in this picture, you can see the blood splattered on the bricks. And if you can zoom in close enough, you'll be able to see that there's some the bricks got some breaks in them and cracks where bullets were hitting
Yeah,
the bricks.
absolutely.
But that's inside a museum there in Chicago now, where
I said they took that whole section of wall.
they took that wall down and kept it and memorializing the event, I guess.
As much as I kind of hate that, because I mean, none of these were good guys. As much as I hate that, I mean, it was a historical event in our nation's history, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So probably, yeah, it should be memorialized that way.
Well, there's a lot of stuff that's dark that gets memorialized. And
But say, I
kept,
mean,
you know,
we've
so-
got Holocaust museums, and that was probably the darkest, I
Mhm.
would say, moment in
Yeah.
human history. And
I mean,
yeah,
there's
we need a way to like remember this history. It's not rewriting history. It's not glamorizing it. It's just
Mm-mm.
saying, hey, this happened.
yeah, just like this wall right there. You can get bricks from the Berlin Wall when they tore it down, which is kind of a celebration as well. But
True.
like you said, you memorialize the good and you also memorialize the bad, because I know
For
there's
different reasons.
there's
Absolutely.
there is Iron Bowl trophies with Auburn winning that exist, and that's a memorialization of something that's horrible.
Are you actually saying?
What?
Are you?
We're
Why?
talking about bad reminders of bad things.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Well, Auburn winning an Iron Bowl, not quite the same as murder. So
we apologize to all the Alabama fans out there for what she just said, that blasphemy. We know how bad it gets.
y'all know I'm about to smack him, right?
I
Like
just had-
it's nowhere near the
Of
same.
course it's not. You wouldn't understand, you woman. It's like, we're thinking of it this way. Think of like your nice electric can opener breaking, and I keep it and just set it on the counter instead of just going and getting you a new one. That would be memorializing something that's terrible.
I don't even have words for that one. Like I'm sitting here trying to come up with something to say to that. And all I want to do is hit him right now. And okay, anybody, my haters, when y'all listen to this, it's obviously a joke, so calm down.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But okay, back to the story. After they have lined these men up on this wall, the killers staged their escape. 2 men exited with their hands raised up, and they were quote unquote escorted
Mhm.
by the ones in uniform. So they departed slowly, all together in this black Cadillac.
Back to the. I guess that was a show for any witnesses what they could have been
Yeah,
seeing going
like,
on.
oh, okay, yeah, we saw these people shoot these other people, and then they got put into a car by people dressed up as policemen.
Right. So Highball's barking alerted the neighbors that something was still happening there. So the police finally arrived. The real police finally arrived around 10:40 to 10:45 a.m. They found 6 dead on site, and 1 was still dying. We mentioned Frank Gusenberg was still alive, but just very shortly. And then Morin arrived shortly after. He saw the activity, and then he booked it. He fled once he saw
Yeah,
what was going
he
on.
ran.
But that haircut saved his life right there.
Yeah. So this massacre has now shocked the entire nation. Multiple inquiries followed with Chicago Police, the state attorney's office, and coroner Herman, what's his name? Bundison?
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah. Again, we are Southern. We apologize for butchering of any names.
Bunsen. I don't see an R, so Bunsen.
Bundison is what I said.
Okay. So ballistics expert Calvin Goddard analyzed the casings and the bullets and confirmed 2 Thompsons and a shotgun.
So we got 2 Tommy guns
Mhm.
and a sawed-off shotgun.
None of those are police-issued weapons. A burned Cadillac was recovered on February 27th, 1929. with remnants linking it to the getaway vehicle. And a second vehicle was found also on February the 27th.
Yeah, I mean,
This scene on the screen now, that's after the police arrive. Those are actually two hearses right there, and they're bringing the bodies out. You see the police there with their hats closest to the building, and that's the neighbors that all gathered around to see what was going on. The looky-loos.
can I just say something right here? Like, if you're gonna pretend to be police arresting the people who like did all this stuff, you should. I mean, I know this is like the late 20s and going into the 30s. I understand that. But, like, come on. Cover your tracks a little bit better. Like, why are the police allegedly there with the other two guys who were doing the shooting? Like,
Well, I think the police was to get the.
well, we have the witnesses. They all come out of this black Cadillac
Mhm. Yeah.
dressed as police, and then there are two just in their regular clothes.
Yeah, the police, I think, were mainly to get the victims thinking it was a raid, because if they saw just other gangsters coming in, it's on sight.
Yeah, but
The police, at least, they
you
think
don't
they got
show
a
up in the
chance.
same car.
Well,
I mean, that's my thing. Like, if I see the police get out of the car with these guys with Tommy guns and a sawed-off shotgun, I'm gonna be like, okay, either the police are in on this, or this is just not what it seems.
right.
So, well, like that's me on that.
From what I
but-
read, is they showed up. The car, of course, was outside, and the two police ones entered, and they're the ones that rounded up the victims and ushered them outside under the guise that they'll be arrested.
Yeah,
And then that's when the other guys were out there with the machine guns.
already
and stuff.
ready.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing about the police arresting the two shooters and then driving off, why they done that show, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I guess that maybe it got the police. Hey, Alan Ray just said, "What's up?" I guess maybe it bought them enough time, with just enough doubt from any witnesses. This, because the witnesses would say, like, "Yeah, these men come out, these other men shot them, then the police took the shooters and left."
Right.
That's what a witness would see, so that's what they would say.
Yeah.
Maybe just enough confusion to slow them down, buy them a little bit of time. So the ballistics expert, yeah, I've read that about the police issued weapons. Those are
Yeah.
not police issued weapons, and that they found the Cadillac burned out, and
Yeah.
then a second vehicle on February the 27th they found.
So yeah, Al Capone, he's then subpoenaed federally in March of 1929.
hmm
May 7th of 1929, he eliminated suspected internal conspirators.
Hmm.
So he was eliminating people he thought were involved from like the inside.
Right.
He is arrested in Philadelphia on May 17th for weapons charges, and he served 1 year.
1 year. Capone did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Like,
think
they got him on weapons charges,
Yeah.
but they didn't get him on killing the other,
Yeah, they
what he
never-
is suspected were conspirators.
Yeah, they never got him on murder
No.
for anything. So December the 30th, 1929, suspect Fred Burke, known as Fred Killer Burke, killed a Michigan police officer. Raids recovered weapons ballistically matching those used at the massacre. The coroner's inquest closed November 17th, 1931, with no identifications.
Yeah, no one was ever convicted in any of this. The case was unsolved.
Right, they got the weapons, what they think were the weapons, but there's no proof who actually used them.
Right.
So the primary theory holds that Capone ordered it to eliminate Moran, and seize north side control of Chicago. Machine Gun McGunn planned out-of-town gunmen executed to avoid recognition. So machine gun McGunn got out of towners is what they suspect
Yeah.
to actually do the shootings.
Yeah. Suspects, per later accounts, like Byron Bolton's 1935 statement, they include Fred Killer Burke, Fred Goetz or Gates,
I'd say Goetz.
Goetz. So
Goetz.
Gus Winkler, Ray Nugent, and Bob Carey. All of this was supported by ballistics and just other associations.
Mm-hmm. Alternative theories exist, but most historians attribute responsibility to Capone's organization. And I want to interject, well, duh. The event intensified federal pressure, aiding Capone's 1931 tax evasion conviction. Because that's how they actually do wind up getting Capone is on taxes.
I don't think that he ever was arrested for any kind of violent crime.
Other than being
suspected for sure.
Yeah, he had his hands in like the weapons charges, but not shooting the weapons, just
right.
Having illegal weapons.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, this massacre actually highlights the violence that was happening during Prohibition era. It contributed to reforms like the 1934 National Firearms Act, which the NFA, we always say, needs to be overturned.
Mm-hmm.
The garage was demolished in 1967. Remnants are actually displayed at, like you said, the Mob Museum.
Yep, that's that wall that I was showing earlier.
Yeah, in this museum.
Mm-hmm. That'd be kind of a cool museum to go see.
I still want to go see like the
serial killer one in Atlanta.
Yeah,
for sure. We should do that. Take some pictures and stuff, and then
if
report on it.
Yeah, for sure.
You can
see if we can do like maybe a TikTok video inside the museum or something.
You can until they tell you can't. So. It remains a defining moment in U.S. criminal history, of course, documented in books, films, and exhibits, just like this one we're showing here on the screen. But I'm sure I think there's movies out there too about it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I started the show with a song that is about this. Event as well.
that was an iconic thing in U.S. history, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So. The anniversary of St. Valentine's Day is today, so that's why we decided to do that one now.
Mm-hmm.
So, to me, this kind of reminds us how just unchecked power and prohibition can lead to tragedy.
Yeah.
Okay, the government can ban all kinds of stuff, but all they're going to do is create this black market, and it's just going to lead to violence like this.
We see that all the time.
Yeah.
You see, prohibition led to criminal empires. The war on drugs has led to unchecked drug cartels. It's ridiculous.
I've always said that anytime the federal government wages war on something, it makes whatever they waged war on worse.
Yeah.
And we see that happen in history.
Yeah, and we're not taking up for gangsters.
Absolutely
Obviously
not.
We're just hating on our government because they suck.
Yeah. Y'all know us. We're not big proponents of the federal government.
No, we're crazy MAGAs, remember? Yeah, we voted for Trump, so therefore we must be Trumpites and crazy MAGAs and right-wing extremists because we dare think for ourselves.
Oh no, they would still consider us like you have seen like my Twitter page. Most of y'all have. Anytime I express a rational thought, I'm called a Nazi, I'm called a pedophile or a pedophile supporter or defender. Like this is just absolutely unreal. Like leftists are not capable of having these conversations.
You know what? Well, look, that's all we had for this part of the show, so we're just going to kind of talk for a little bit, and since we're going to talk about some current event stuff with the Guthrie case and stuff like that too, because that's what's
the
going on right now.
kidnapping.
But since you brought up the government part, we're just going to get on that for just a second because it bothers me. If we don't get to the Guthrie kidnapping, because it's still going on, it's still live, it's still happening as we speak.
Yeah.
Things are changing. We're getting updates all the time. So we'll keep on top of that. We'll be posting stuff on the Front Porch Forensics page, FP_forensics on X.
Yeah, if any kind of updates that we get on that, y'all go follow us over there because we will post any new information there.
If there's enough this time next week, we'll probably do a full head-on show about it. We've got some stuff already about what's already happened. We'll get on to here. We'll look at as well. You got some stuff in the chat?
Yeah. Pam was saying road trips, and I'm in.
Oh, to the Atlanta
for the museums for sure.
Don't you got some people that live over there too?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll all meet up for lunch and go do that. Yeah. That'll be cool.
Over around the Atlanta area.
Here in a few weeks, we'll do that and do a special.
Oh, that would be so much fun.
Done. We're going to do it.
Okay.
We'll figure out when we'll make it happen.
And Kevin Moody said, "You can till they tell you can't." He said he loves us. So
yeah.
Happy birthday, Kevin.
Yes.
It is your birthday. So happy birthday, old man. And I miss your face.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear donkey. Happy birthday to you. Much love from Shrek. So, anyways.
I swear to God.
Talking about the government. They suck.
Yeah, they absolutely do.
Republican,
Democrat, all of them at this point, they all need to go.
If you go look at @BumpstockKen on X, you'll see that I'm mostly right-wing leaning. I do a lot of the memes and stuff that are like Trump positive or JD Vance, which are freaking hilarious.
We love JD Vance right now.
I think my favorite person in politics right now would probably be John F. Kennedy Jr.
Okay.
Kind of dig what he's doing. And guess what? He's a Democrat. I also like Thomas Massey. So that's going to piss off a bunch of people that I'm friends with that are on the right because I'm not mad at Thomas Massey either.
I have one. Fetterman 2.0.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
I actually really like John Fetterman right now because, okay, yes, he may vote along party lines and everything, but he is someone that we could actually have a conversation with and he would hear us out.
Well, he did vote in favor of the SAVE Act, which I think is great.
Yeah.
So he does cross the line when it. What I love about him is he's an actually American first Democrat. He's got common sense. The one Democrat would bring damage is common sense.
Yeah. I don't know what happened, but
it like reset him.
Let's say that stroke, like factory reset his brain.
Yep. So
can we like maybe pray that something like that, like a non-fatal stroke, happened to the rest of the left or the Democrats? Like, that like? Because again, it's not harming them. Because apparently, it just resets everything.
I won't pray for that unless it's every stinking one on both sides.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's got to be Democrat and Republican.
Okay.
That's got to.
I'm in. Like,
I'm not. We talked about earlier about talking about the Epstein files and everything that's going on with the Attorney General and head of DOJ and all that in front of Congress and Pam Bondi, and our FBI director and the things that's going on with that. And it makes me so angry that I can't think rationally about what's going on. So I've stayed away from. Well, I haven't stayed away from.
No, you haven't. Like he has done rantings and everything just with me,
but I haven't brought it up on my X pages, nothing like that, because there's still a lot of that's out there that's circumstantial, I guess. Is that the right word?
Yeah, it would be because, like, yes, like you get Trump mentioned all these times in there, and a lot of other people that are mentioned in these files. And this is where I where I'm at. Like, I don't care if you're mentioned in the files,
Exactly.
but if you're mentioned in these, I don't even know how to describe what I've read. I really don't. It's horrific. It is. I mean, it's worse than even like when we did the toy box killer episode. Like, and that's the darkest one we've done so far.
Right.
I don't know how to describe what I've read in this stuff.
Well, we don't have to go into detail. It's
No,
out there
no,
online. If you want to go look at the emails, you can.
But just because Jeffrey Epstein and Maxwell, they had so many connections in Hollywood and politics in these high up groups. There are so many people that are just going to be mentioned a lot in these files.
Right.
And okay, that's one thing. But for me personally, if we're going to say, okay, you were involved in these crimes against children, these crimes against women, any kind of crime against anybody, if you're going to be accused of this, you got to give me something.
Yeah.
You got to give me some kind of evidence here. Like, I will be the first on the line to say, hey, public execution here, especially for the crimes against children.
Well, what gets me is you mentioned Trump. And I see
Well, that's what the left always goes for. Like, oh, he was mentioned like a million times in the files.
So you see,
whatever.
Trump is mentioned
quite a lot,
over 1,000 times is what I said seen, and that's fine. The thing that I see and that I've read and all of them that I've looked at, and believe me, I've looked at everyone that I can until I have to take a break, and he has mentioned a lot. But in our mid 2000s, before Trump eventually kicked him out off his properties,
off Mar-a-Lago
Right.
and all that. Yeah,
Trump is the one who contacted the FBI and said that and told the FBI what this guy's doing, and y'all got to arrest him. That was Donald Trump that made that call.
right.
Throughout and that's in the emails. That's not just that's recorded in there. And also other emails that are recorded, they do mention Donald, which we assume is Donald Trump, talking about, I thought we weren't going to involve him, but nothing in there talks about, that I found or anybody else has reported on, talks about Trump participating in anything. In fact, it says that Trump was offered a girl. One of the emails that everybody that's been pushed out there was presented a underage girl, and that for him, to have.
Right.
And he thanked Maxwell or whoever it was, I think it was Maxwell that presented it, spoke to the girl, and even the girl's testimony, one of the victims says he didn't do anything. He didn't take her up on nothing. He spoke to her, but he didn't take no massages, no anything with her.
Weren't there other emails too of Epstein himself, like basically crapping all over Trump?
Yeah,
because Trump wouldn't.
Yeah, Epstein. It's pretty clear from emails and the things they say that he was not a fan of Donald Trump. That he hated Donald Trump in one of the emails.
So again, like, I understand so many people on the left, they need him to be the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely get that. I do not like the man. I have never been shy about this. Even on my Facebook memories are popping up. I made jokes about, like, okay, I said that Trump's hair was hiding Voldemort one time. I said Trump is what happened when your racist uncle, like,
I think Trump and his administration, first off, some of the people he has hired, I think he needs to fire, because he's hiring yes men and women to be politically correct. And I think that's stupid and it's a detriment. But that's another story. So anyways, I think that he's what the government needed or needs
at the time.
I don't like him personally. Now, I did like the fact that he helped Kevin McAllister find his way in that shopping center. That was nice of him.
That was a hotel.
Hotel, was it? But And I say that I don't like him. He's fun. He's an entertainer.
Well,
That
I mean,
TV
that's
show he
what
had, was
The
in
Apprentice,
I mean,
or
he
was it? That was what it was called.
yeah, The
The
Apprentice,
Apprentice.
and
Yeah.
he was in WWE wrestling and all this kind of stuff, and he markets himself wonderfully. I think he's brilliant. I honestly
As a
do.
businessman, like he knows what he's doing.
When people talk about him being dumb, I'm like, no, he's absolutely not dumb. I think he's I won't say genius,
No.
but he's smarter than I am.
He's not eloquent at all, and that's why people say he's dumb.
Yeah.
That man is not eloquent. You want eloquent, go with Barack Obama. Like, he was eloquent.
Now,
like,
Barack was a good speaker.
Yeah.
Trump, his mouth is faster than his mind sometimes.
Well, okay, mine is too, though.
And he purposely says stuff to get people riled up, and that's his attitude. That's fine. I would vote for him again if I had to, but I don't like it. I don't think it's helpful, and I'm just not a fan of Donald Trump as his whole personality. I'm just not a fan of his. Again, I think he's the right choice for America, and I'm loving what's going on with the economy and things like that. Cool. I'm glad we have him as president. I voted for him. I'd do it again if I could.
I say definitely over any Democrat.
I think maybe the best thing he's done this time around was get J.D. Vance.
Oh, I do. I adore that man. I really do.
But
I'm so excited to see their cute little baby when that baby
it's good
born.
to have kids in the
Like,
White House, isn't it?
Yes, we have little ones in the White House again, and it's so sweet. I love that.
So, anyways, don't think we're a MAGA person. Now, again, on my page, I will share those memes and stuff, mainly because it gets a rise out of people and it's fun. But I don't necessarily buy into it all.
Right.
Now,
we will add stuff, like if we share memes and we want to add our own thoughts to it, we will.
Now, okay, so this Epstein file list, there's a lot like Donald Trump in there, where there's people mentioned, and there's some evidence, that's could be this or it could be that. So I'm not mad about that kind of stuff. It is what it is. There's no proof, and it's innocent until proven guilty. Fine with that. But there's some of those emails that have names blocked out that 100%, you will not change my mind, is describing and talking about sometimes openly illegal activities. Now, the one guy, the Saudi guy or whatever he was talking about torture videos. They have arrested him.
Okay.
Over there. They haven't got him here yet. Well, I don't know that they've arrested him, but he did. What happened is he stepped down. He resigned from his position, right? But he's on the list. I think they're actually planning on bringing him in.
Okay.
But they haven't yet. But so until I see people coming in, then I'm not going to be quiet about it. I'm going to be pissed off about it. And there's some people on X that I respect and that are friends that disagree with me on that. Tell you, calm down. And I'm no. It's not going to happen.
You didn't block any of them, but you have muted a bunch of them.
I've muted some folks.
And yes, this does get him riled up because we had no intentions whatsoever to talk about the Epstein stuff.
No, but I don't know if I can transition into the other thing yet. So, but
we'll just go wherever.
You have.
It's your show too.
You have these people that talk about code words. You remember Pizzagate? Now here's my conspiracy Santa hat coming back out. It's not conspiracy anymore. It's factual. These things happen. Y'all just are late to the party. Pizzagate. You remember where they talk about having hot dog parties and pizza parties and all that kind of stuff. And
I know Hillary Clinton was connected to it.
Ellen DeGeneres and that Christy Teigen, that stupid looking woman married to the piano playing singing guy.
John Legend. Yeah.
Jack Wagons. Make me sick.
Her stuff. Like, have you actually seen Chrissy Teigen's old tweets? That, like, she has scrubbed her social media.
She was talking about.
Like underage children. She was like,
pageants.
"Oh my gosh!" Like, she
She was
Y'all,
talking about
pardon
one.
me. She was talking about, I'm getting wet just watching this.
And she was talking about one
Who says that about children?
how hot this one little girl was that I should be put in jail.
Yes,
Yeah.
you should.
You 100%. No, you shouldn't be put in jail. You should be under it.
Yes.
So all this Pizzagate, hot dog gate, all those code words that everybody said we're crazy about are all through these emails. All through these emails. And every one of those people that put those emails out are redacted. They know the names of who was sending those emails about these code words, which are circumstantial. Is that word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
No, that's BS. Because in the same file dump, the FBI has acknowledged what those code words mean.
Yeah.
They've got a list. They got a graph that says what each one of them are and what it means. So they're aware of it. They know what it is. Here's the emails. Here's the sender who sent that email, plainly talking about those code words, and they ain't doing jack about it.
And see, I do like Thomas Massey for this because he was telling even the victims that have been tried to be silenced, saying, if you just give me the names, I will speak these names, like on the Senate floor and everything, or whatever it is.
Mhm.
And I want this to happen. Like, we need names.
I don't want to victim blame, but if you watch the Bondi thing where the Democrats and okay, when you've got somebody like, I'm going to speak to the Democrats right now. When you've got somebody like Bondi up there and you're asking about these questions and you're asking about how she can do this or who are you protecting or we want these names and things, don't act like a raving lunatic. Ask her questions calmly. Get some answers. The way you spend your whole 3 minutes worth of questioning and not letting her actually answer anything, and you just steamrolling trying to get all these talking points out, makes you look like a freaking lunatic, and it completely ruins it. I want answers just like you claim to want answers. Calm down, ask questions, make her answer. Don't look like an idiot. You freaking morons. How do you ever get elected? Because stupid morons elect you every time again.
Because they have that D by their name.
If it's true,
it's the vote blue no matter who.
Yeah. If you actually feel the way and you're upset like that it's doing, then do it smartly. Don't just do it for the clicks.
Let's do it the right way.
And
it deserves to be done the right way.
And Republicans, when you've got Bondi in front of you and you've got something as big as Epstein files going on, shut up about the economy, okay? Ask questions that we want to know.
I say if it's about Epstein and all that kind of stuff, it's not about the economy. It's not about any other issue. Stick to the topic.
Yep. So both sides piss me off for different reasons.
Yeah. He's very fired up right now, and I'm just kind of letting him go right now because we did not plan for any of this. I have like notes and everything on a completely different topic.
Well, let's just move to that.
No, it's fine. Like the Epstein files, like all that kind of stuff is still topical, just like this is too. Yeah. So if you're still fired up, let's go. Well, this is just us being real.
Nobody wants to hear me rant for 55 minutes.
I don't know. So, they might.
But I think most everybody would agree with me that it shouldn't be it should be
right or left.
Yeah, it
issue.
should be a bipartisan thing to find out these answers.
I say we're talking about children here, and like I even posted a thing. Our children, y'all know me. I am the pro-life warrior, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And even after birth and everything, it doesn't matter if they're in utero or if they're not. These are our children, and they deserve so much better from us. And just as a society, left or right, we should be able to come together on this. So that's where I'm at on that. Like, these are children. Come on.
Yeah.
You know?
And the whole, the bipartisan side of it's when you get to the political side, and this shouldn't be political. You have the left who has to have Donald Trump as the bad guy. Has to. And then you
Yeah,
got
no
people.
matter, even if it doesn't come to anything with this, they're going to try to get him on something else because he's the orange boogeyman.
Yeah, they've already tried everything else. They
Yeah.
thought they have him here. And then you've got people on the right, which will defend Donald Trump no matter what. Somebody said that Donald Trump could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and
No, Donald Trump said he could shoot somebody on Fifth
he'd still get
Avenue.
elected, and that's just as bad, y'all. Just as bad.
No, but yeah, it was Donald Trump himself who said that.
Yeah.
I could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and I'd still get votes. Yeah, no, that's not okay.
No.
Like,
So
it's just not.
there's both sides make me sick. They have for a long time, but this is just getting to the end of it.
Y'all have no idea how far to the end of it he is. Like,
Yeah.
I get to live with this, and we talk about this a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I let you rant and rave just like you let me rant and rave whenever I'm on a kick.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just one that we kind of share.
Yeah.
Like, because again, it's about children. It's about protecting the innocent.
Mm-hmm.
And we're so done with the bipartisan.
Or the partisan side.
Forgive my, the partisan side of it, but forgive my language here. The partisan bullshit around all of it.
Yep.
We're done. So
I said I would vote for Trump again if I could, unless they gave me somebody better to vote over him.
And I don't think, okay, that's not asking too much, because come on.
But I don't think that there's a person, left or right or in the middle, that I will ever trust again to vote for in the presidential election.
As of right now, Vance is probably the front runner for me.
The only reason Vance to me is the front runner is because he's staying quiet. He's not giving me a reason to hate him yet.
I'm sure that when it actually comes out, like stances on certain issues and whatnot, we will find ways to disagree with him too. But
I think right now, J.D. Vance, I'd probably vote for again because I think he's probably the best of the bunch at the moment. But I'd vote for Massey. And again, that's going to make a bunch of right-wing friends of mine mad when I say that. But I'm sorry. He still votes to the right 90% of the time. But when he doesn't vote lockstep with the right, it's for the right reasons. And you can say, oh, he's stopping the Trump agenda. He's not stopping it. He's slowing it down. And he's actually voting for things that we said we wanted. When he votes no on something, it's because of these things that have been snuck in that, that we say we want to stop. But, well, we just need to pass it so the government will stay open. We can do these things.
I haven't even really kept up with how he votes. Like, you follow that more than I do.
I don't want to.
I know, but you do.
I know.
So
I have to know things. I wish I didn't, but I have to know things, and it drives me nuts. It sucks.
Unless it's like for a Twitchy or something, I try to kind of keep away from politics because it just, with my anxiety, you know me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm going to sit up to all hours of the night every night worrying about these things.
I'd say for me, over the past, since the Epstein Styles released and they started releasing them again, it started hitting the news. I've probably spent 20 to 30 hours worth of reading.
I had to stop reading a lot of that stuff because I was like physically nauseous. It just, like, I actually thought I was going to throw up at a few times.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's.
But again, it's not the majority of the people mentioned in there, I think, are clean. They were making really bad decisions. And I mentioned that
Hanging out with the wrong people.
Oh, and here's another thing too. You people out there that's going to say that, well, he's still a right winger. He's just saying all the right things right now.
I'm just going to sit back and let
in
you go. In
2006, when Trump called in and told the FBI what was going on, they arrested Epstein in 2007. This was George W. Bush in charge right now, right? They cut a deal with Epstein, the DOJ back then cut a deal with Epstein. They had him on trafficking charges. They had him on the raping of children. They had him dead to rights on this kind of stuff. They cut a deal with him. His co-conspirators at the time were named. Part of the deal was that all those co-conspirators were all protected. The victims never got any kind of justice and all this stuff. And Epstein or any of the people he worked with done any jail time, even though he was arrested for it. I don't know what the deal is because it's classified. It's shut
Right.
down. They won't tell what the actual deal was. But he basically gets away with all this stuff, right? And here's another thing. You can look this up. Now, he does some jail time, but he doesn't do like what he should be jail time, right?
I mean, I think Epstein
Oh, you're
kind of
gonna-
got what he deserved.
You're going to
but-
love this. Multi-millionaire, maybe $100 million at that point, owns his own island, Jeffrey Epstein, rubbing shoulders with billionaires. He's got all these people on the hook because he's a known blackmailer. That's in the files as well. He goes to jail to serve this slap on the wrist sentence. The same year, this multi-millionaire man wins the lottery for $30 million.
A multi-millionaire.
So why would a
wins?
multi-millionaire play the lottery first off? While he's in prison doing this time, he gets rewarded $30 million. So what was that deal? The
Yeah, I never
likelihood
heard
ain't going
about that.
because let's say, what are the odds, right? That number one, a multi-millionaire, $100 million man would even fool with playing a lottery. Number two, he wins the lottery that he has no business playing. And number three, he wins it immediately after going to jail with some sort of bullcrap plea to keep all his co-conspirators safe. And then he's out very quickly after that. He gets released. They paid homie to take a fall and take a slap on the wrist to do this deal. So whatever power he's got over these people, government, politicians, because I think those are the ones he made a deal with for that. It's huge. It's everywhere. It's across the board. And he even says on his island and on his ranch in New Mexico, I think it is, every room, including the bathrooms, have cameras in them, hidden cameras. He records everything, all his parties, everything. He records all this stuff. Now, a lot of these files haven't been found or don't exist. And he, and then even in the emails, he talks about openly, he uses this kind of stuff for leverage, blackmail.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, part of that deal where he goes to jail back in mid 2000s, that was absolutely what this was. And then from the mid 2000s all the way up 20 years later, basically, when was it, 2018, 2019, he gets arrested again. And he kills himself, I think 2019 is when he committed suicide. Anyhow, it's beyond just the pizza parties and things like that. He was using this kind of stuff to gain leverage through blackmail over very important people. And I don't care who these important people is, whether it's members of Congress or on the Supreme Court or Saudi Arabia or Israel. I don't care who these people are, presidents of other countries, prime ministers, because we know princes, kings. I don't care who they are. I want them held accountable. And every name that's redacted that has anything to do with something that seems like it could be criminal or tied to those code words that they have openly admitted, the FBI has openly admitted that those code words exist. Every name redacted that mentions those should be brought in and questioned. I don't care who they are. That's enough. If I'd done that, I'd be in jail being questioned, and they should do the same thing.
I agree.
I don't care who it is.
David Moody.
From church?
Yeah, he's listening.
Hey,
Said
David.
you want to know things because you care about how the country is run that you live in and pay taxes in, and there's nothing wrong with that. He said, I wish there was more Christians that was like you.
Yeah. Thank you, Dave. I like David. He preached last Sunday, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Done an excellent job. Excellent job. Yeah, Dave was, I think he's a year older than me, and we was same school and all that, and youth group together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grew up together, basically.
Yeah. Dave's a good guy. I love you. Thank you for those kind words, and thanks for listening. But see, now he's done calmed me down. I was on the
I know. You could probably still go for 45 more minutes.
Well, speaking of, we got coming up behind us is Juxtaposition tonight. Rowdy Rick and Orty
Yeah.
are back again. Always an excellent show. I'm not sure what the show is about tonight, but it doesn't matter because they are good.
I say they're always so much fun.
And they come on at 9 p.m. Central. So here in about 45 minutes.
Right after us.
Now, do you want to talk about? Let's talk about some of the stuff. Get off the Epstein things for a while.
I think we should, because it
Now-
is a true crime case that is actively ongoing right now.
We're talking about Nancy Guthrie. Now, I don't want to go into too great a detail necessarily because it's still an active case.
Yeah.
But let's go through what we have.
We've got some highlights and just some information.
Mhm.
And
A time frame kind of laid out.
yeah. And for everybody listening, go to FP_forensics on X, and any updates on this case we'll be posting there. But as of right now, we're probably going to try to just give you a quick rundown of everything that we do know so far. About right?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay, so let's see. I've got our show notes here.
I'm going to interrupt you. I may do one night when we got a break and no other shows are on, if I'm at home and able, I may do an Epstein special. Just so I can
need to
just
let you
run
go.
for a while.
I just need to let
I
you
need
go.
Because my thoughts wasn't in order because I was thinking about Guthrie and the things that we talked about already.
Well, that and you were just kind of a stream of consciousness thing going.
So I'll get some stuff clicked together so I don't make as many people angry. Or let's say this, so I can make people angry equally.
And especially for the right reasons. Like,
yeah. And but yeah, I may do that. Coming up in next week or sometime, do that.
Yeah.
And just get that off my chest and rant and rave for a little bit.
It will actually give me a break because he's been ranting and raving to me about it.
Yeah.
And we agree on basically all of it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's taking up so much of your time, so you need to get it off your chest.
Yeah.
So
it can be a special of Dan the traveling man grinding gears, doing something like that.
What really grinds my gears if
we'll work something. Anyway, so I digress. Thank you for listening to me complain. I hope I didn't run anybody off. So let's get into the Guthrie thing that we've got.
Yeah, like I said, I got our show notes in front of us. So Nancy Guthrie, is everybody has been hearing about. 84-year-old woman. She's the mother of Today's Show co-host Savannah Guthrie. She vanished from her secluded home in the Catalina foothills area of Tucson, Arizona. She was last seen alive on the evening of January 31st of 2026 after being dropped off by family members following dinner and a mahjong game.
Is that the towel?
The little towel one.
Stacks up. Yeah.
The disappearance was then reported.
Pause. So that's like a physical game. It's not just something you play on your
computer.
computer.
They actually have like tiles, but they did make a little computer game like solitaire. Like solitaire is a physical game.
Yeah, but solitaire is easy. It's a deck of cards. Now,
but these are little.
But the mahjong whatever on the computer, there's a 1,000 of those little squares.
Yeah.
So if you play a real physical game of it, you got to stack up every one of those little tiles.
I've never played it. I don't know.
Because if you do, That's dumb. I ain't never go those. Well, it's a Chinese game. They got a lot more patience than we do.
Than
So-
you do.
Well, maybe I've done a puzzle before. So, go ahead.
Do you want to tell them about the puzzle that I have that you just absolutely
The one that
looked at
goes
it?
from black to white, and is that
It's the
gradual
gradient.
yeah, there ain't no picture. It's like gray, not black. just
No,
like,
it goes from solid white all the way down to
like
just
this
solid
gray.
black.
Does it go all the way to a line of
Solid
black?
black.
I thought it just went to like a dark
But
gray.
it's a gradient puzzle, and
Yeah.
there's no image to it whatsoever. He absolutely refused to,
Mm-mm.
to do it with me.
But I like puzzles sometimes.
Puzzles are fun. I like
Mhm.
them.
But anyways,
But yes, the
I digress.
mahjong. Okay. Her disappearance is reported February 1st. So keep in mind, she was last seen alive on the evening of January 31st. The disappearance is reported February 1st when she failed to attend church
Mhm.
the next day. It was a Sunday. That prompted a welfare check by relatives. Authorities quickly classified the case as a suspected abduction due to evidence of foul play. And I'm going to now kind of run through our timeline.
That's another reason y'all should go to church, because if she was not a regular church attender, then she could have, this reporting of being missing could have went a whole several days. There ain't no telling how long.
I say, if it wasn't for you, like, I don't attend church regularly.
No. So
But if it wasn't for you, like, people wouldn't know
yeah,
for a long time.
you wouldn't be if you took a day off Twitter, people would call a welfare check. So.
Probably. And that's kind of sad. Like, my priorities need rearranging.
I'm just kidding. You're not on that bus.
Okay. But anyway, I'm going to run down the key events here for this
Okay.
kidnapping
And this
in
is
chronological order.
right, and this is what's been released, on news reports and things like that. So.
Yeah. So we've got January 31st, 2026 in the evening. Nancy is dropped off at home around 9:30, 9:45. No known cognitive issues. She was described sharp and independent, but she does require a daily medication for health conditions, and she used a pink cane for mobility.
Mm-hmm.
They said that she couldn't walk more than about 50 feet unaided. So a pink cane is key here. February 1st, the family discovers her missing. Her front door was unlocked with signs of forced entry. Items left behind included her purse, her wallet, her ID, her phone, her keys, car, medication, even her cane. So
cane itself was
everything that
was
this
left as
woman
well, right?
needed to basically live, all of that is found at her home, and she is gone. Lights in the common area were left on. Blood droplets, which we're going to talk about later, are confirmed to be Nancy's. They were found on the doorstep, trailing towards what may have been a vehicle. No tire tracks were ever recovered or anything. So we've got blood from her door, at least to probably the driveway, right there in that area.
Was in the.
So also in February, the county sheriff's department declares the home a crime scene. Indoor searches begin, including checking a septic tank on the property. No indoor cameras or alarm system are present, but outdoor Google Nest cameras captured partial footage before being tampered with.
Mm-hmm.
February 3rd through 5th, multiple ransom notes surfaced. They were sent to media outlets like TMZ, KGUN9, and others. Notes demand escalating sums in Bitcoin, starting around 1 to 4 million and up to 6 million. Deadlines for those ranged about 5 p.m. on February 5th to February 9th.
Right.
Notes that included non-public details like the placement of Nancy's Apple Watch and a broken floodlight at her home, suggesting that they were authentic, because who else would know that?
Right.
One note claims she's safe but scared. A $50,000 reward is offered at this time for information leading to her. So February 5th, That's the first ransom deadline. It passes without resolution or any proof of life. So we go to February 7th. The family releases additional video statements pleading for her return. February 9th, the second ransom deadline passes. Bitcoin wallet activity is detected, which was possibly monitored by the FBI's bait. No confirmed contact from abductors as of February 9th. February 10th, the FBI releases recovered surveillance images and short videos from Nancy's doorbell camera showing a masked, armed individual tampering with the device. So the camera.
I have some of those photos too.
Okay. I don't know if you can pull those up as I'm talking or anything, but later that day, a man, Carlos Palazuelos,
Sure.
I assume, is detained during a traffic stop in Rio Rico, Arizona, which is about an hour south of Tucson. He is questioned and released. He claims absolutely no knowledge of this case. A bizarre incident occurs when a pizza is delivered to the crime scene, which prompted the sheriff to reprimand the media and their interference.
Yeah. Yeah, what that was is, you know how the media stands out on the curb or whatever and watches?
Yeah.
They got hungry, so they ordered a pizza to that address. So the pizza guy, he walks up towards the front door into the crime scene.
Like,
because
he
he's
wouldn't
delivering it to
know.
the
Yeah.
address. So
he wouldn't know. Yeah, we're at February 11th now. The search is still to this day continuing. No suspects are identified. The family remains hopeful that she's alive, and I'm going to give the tip line real quick. It's 1-800 call FBI, CALL -FBI. So that's the tip line right now for this case. 1-800 call FBI.
right.
Obviously, this investigation is facing challenges. Nancy's age and her medical needs make time very, very critical right now. The home's remote location limits the witnesses that could be involved. There's intense media scrutiny that's adding a lot of pressure. Sheriff Chris Nanos, I guess, has stated, quote, she was taken and did not walk out of her home, and he believes the case will be solved.
Right. So you went over a lot of that stuff, and I'm kind of
I
touch
say
back.
that's just the timeline as we know it now. So
I'm going to touch back on it a little bit with some of the photos that we were talking about. And again, we don't want to really do a full episode or anything on this thing.
it's still ongoing. Yeah.
Hopefully there'll be some sort of end to it this week, and our show a week from today, we're going to do a full-on show of this, assuming that it comes to a end, whether that be positive or negative or whatever.
I have another comment from David.
Uh-huh.
It's so crazy that dumb criminals that dangle plants in front of the doorbell cameras can kidnap someone and elude the FBI and local law enforcement for so many days, and we have no DNA evidence or anything. And yeah, like, just block the camera is all you got to do. And
yeah, I've got pictures of that. I'll show that too when he gets there. But I'll put on screen here the I guess that's Nancy on the right. And what's the daughter's name? She's that
Savannah
Savannah
Guthrie.
Savannah there on the left. So basically, the physical description of Nancy, right? She's 5'5", obviously female, 150 pounds, brown hair, blue eyes. Last seen wearing, well, we're going to say unknown, because once she got home,
We don't know if
what she was
changed.
changed. I mean, you get home that evening and then you get abducted at 1 a.m. when this, assuming you get abducted at 1:30 or whatever, when this Ring camera comes on, you're going to change into pajamas or
I'm
something.
about to say, once I get home, you know me, like immediately once we get home from some kind of event or hanging out with people, I'm immediately in like pajamas and stuff.
But people,
I want you to go ahead and because we do get so many hits from different areas in the States. Go ahead, redo her physical description and do the tip line again, because
5'5", 5'5", 150 pounds, brown hair, blue eyes. She is often seen wearing her glasses. You see her wearing glasses there, and using a cane. Most
cane.
often a pink cane, but we know that pink cane was left at her home. I'm assuming her glasses were probably left at home too. I don't know.
Say everything, her medication, everything that
Yeah.
she needed.
So you can't count on that cane nor the glasses or
True.
really what she's wearing. But
But look at
anyways,
this photo, and
that's her on
again,
the right.
the tip line
Is 1-800-CALL-FBI. So real simple. Ooh,
Yeah, call
I think that's her. I
FBI.
might need to call FBI. What's that number?
Yeah, just call FBI.
It's 800
1-800 call FBI.
Yep.
So any of our followers, like maybe in the Arizona, California, all that kind of southwestern area, anybody that's there, I don't know how many people.
Yep.
Whatever. We're just gonna try to.
I'm gonna
try
put
to help find her.
Missing persons. Is it a flyer? I don't know if you call it a flyer now or what.
Yeah, I would consider it basically called a flyer, but the missing persons poster, basically.
It's gonna have her in a blue, looks like a blue hoodie, and age 84. Nancy Guthrie, 84 years old, female, 5'5", 150 pounds, brown hair, blue eyes. Last seen evening of January 31st, 2026, at her residence near East Skyline Drive and North Campbell Avenue. Unknown what clothing she may be wearing. Again, she was taken in the middle of the night, so it's hard to say.
Want to pull up just yet, so
it's hard. I'll get it up there eventually, but
okay. I say there it should be. Well, it's loading. There we go.
But
it should be on the screen now.
So you can't count on what she's wearing. That's just what they got her from the last. So good. You want to use the best picture. That's the most recognizable one and very recent. So that's what they're working with there. Surveillance footage and that text or that post you just talked about with David, talking about how now he's on Facebook, I assume.
Yeah, I'm watching the Facebook chat right now. So
read his post again.
He said, "It's so crazy the dumb criminals that dangle plants in front of the doorbell cameras can kidnap someone and elude the FBI and local law enforcement for so many days, and we have no DNA evidence or anything." So yeah, I mean, if you know that they have these kind of doorbell cameras, you can put anything up there, even just a piece of electrical tape over the camera part of it. Like, so.
So
like, I love these cameras, but
I've got.
They have their flaws and their limitations. So
the Nest camera, that's a type of doorbell camera.
Almost, it's a different brand than like Ring or whatever else.
So the Nest camera was disabled early that night, but back-end data recovered by the FBI shows a person in full ski mask, gloves, long-sleeve jackets, pants, and boots. They carry a backpack, have a flashlight in their mouth, and appear armed with a holstered gun. It's at the very front.
So handgun for sure.
Yeah. The individual approaches the door, checks the camera, places a gloved hand over the lens, and uses nearby shrubbery to obscure it even further. No footage of Nancy or vehicle were seen on this camera. Body language analysis says the suspect appears relaxed and deliberate with steady movements and no signs of tensions. Like he
calm,
normal blink rate, no furrowed brows, nothing to indicate that he was overly stressed or anything.
Right.
He had this is not a random act, nor a act like of just opportunity that seemed to be planned out.
Right.
That's what the body.
I'm gonna move that over here so we can both.
It's what the body language specialists were saying. And you can see on the on the video, and I think everybody's seen these pictures go out where he's standing
Yeah,
there.
these pictures have been blasted by the media and everything. So
And what's interesting about that is these pictures wasn't readily available because it wasn't a live stream. That's why they had to go back and find
right.
the thing. It wasn't recording live, so they had to actually go back and find.
Yeah, they said that the cameras were tampered with.
So if you ever think that, well, I can just erase that, you can't. It's out there.
Yeah.
Government's got it. They can always see it. This is another picture of him, you know, a little more full body. And this picture will come back into play later when they do some more analysis on try to identifying him. Or I'm saying him. I'm assuming it's a guy. We'll see.
It looks like a man.
So
like,
I will say him just for ease of
I
conversation.
say just the body shape and everything looks like a male.
Yeah. And so the ransom notes. The notes is well structured with perfect grammar. They demand Bitcoin transfers to a provided wallet address. They are traceable, which experts call a potential Achilles heels for the sender, because if the money actually goes through, then they should be able to track back who owns that wallet.
Right.
One note references waiting to hear your side and talk, suggesting possible revenge or personal grievance beyond just money. Multiple hoaxes have been confirmed, of course, because people are idiots.
Yep.
Including a California man arrested, rightfully so, for texting the family about Bitcoin and just to see how they would respond.
Like, how horrible do you have to be
Mm-hmm.
to take these people, like some of their worst moments and everything?
Yeah.
I just want to see how you'd respond.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they want to know how I'd respond.
And like you said earlier, like the Bitcoin wallet had some action. I think somebody said there was a $300 transaction or something tied to it, but I don't know what that was. The family hasn't made any kind of statement that they was
I have
checking
no
on
information on that. So
yeah, I was just remember somebody was talking about it on when I was watching earlier.
yeah,
But the deposit, there's been no proof of life provided despite all the demands, and the deadlines have passed without any kind of escalation from the so-called kidnappers. So it's leading to skepticism that something's going on here, because they're not acting like even the FBI people even said that they're not acting like a typical kidnap situation. That this seems odd.
And I'll touch on that here in a little bit, but I want you to finish up with the
you mentioned
investigation stuff.
The Domino's pizza delivery driver approached the crime scene with pizza ordered by the media. Let's be real. They was the bloggers and the vloggers and all those people.
Media. We're going to put that in air quotes.
And thereby interfering with the investigation. The sheriff posted on X, and I got a picture of the sheriff right here in one of his mini interviews. He posted on X, says, quote, "We can't believe we have to say this, but media on scene, please do not order food delivery to the crime scene address."
Like,
it's that whole.
I am 38, going on 39 years old, and if I consider us like media, and I was at a crime scene like that, no, we're not gonna like order a pizza and be delivered to that address. We're just not gonna do that, because we know what they're going to be like. We know how these crime scene investigations go.
Yeah, and it's like you said, it's I think part of it is everything is just so unserious now, because they take the serious things and they degrade them so much by over making it such a big deal out of nothing.
Yeah.
That when something is a big deal, nobody believes it anymore.
Well, that
because it's just the next big thing to move on to.
I say that, and it's just the whole true crime movement, which, I mean, I can't say anything because we are part of it.
But every true crime broadcast except for ours are like that. We're not like that though.
But
We
say
don't-
we would never go to this crime scene and like while it's still active.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm personally, I'm not gonna do that.
I mean,
like,
it's stupid because you've got all those police, you got FBI, all those law enforcement people there working, and you brought in pizza instead of donuts. That's a rookie move.
honey.
What? Don't they eat donuts still?
I swear to God. I swear to God.
I don't think
I'm
wrong.
just gonna I'm gonna go past this. Okay, so this kidnapping has sparked widespread discussion. And now we're gonna get into the theories and speculations because we got about 15 minutes before Jux
Yeah,
comes
we need
on.
about 15
so
minutes, and then we'll start. Like I said, there's no way to cover it all in just the hour that
I
we
say
have
we're
left
gonna
over.
try to do what we have,
Yeah.
the information that is available.
We'll probably wind up ending on the
Yeah.
on the
One of the
theories.
theories is, real. This is real. This is a real kidnapping for ransom.
Mhm. That would be
This
the
is
assumed.
this
That's
is
how-
right now the most official view of the case.
This would be the official.
But I say this is a targeted thing due to the family prominence, like Savannah, the daughter's celebrity status as a host.
Mhm.
The oddities, though, there were notes sent to the media instead of the family directly. There were delays in demands. There's no proof of life. Former FBI agent Jennifer Covenaffer questions why an 84-year-old was chosen if random, and notes that it's unusual to wait days for ransom. And even other crypto experts are saying the real Bitcoin address could lead to tracing via blockchain. But I do want to touch on like an 84-year-old. This is a grandmother. This is very rare for these types of kidnappings and crimes.
Right.
Very, very rare. Like it hardly ever happens. Another theory is it's a hoax, or we got the scam ransom notes, from just people trying to make a quick buck. Then the one, and I kind of hate this. This is the one I kind of lean towards, that it's the family involvement or it's staged.
Yeah.
I hate that it is like this, but because of her age, because of her special needs with medications and physical aids like the cane, I do go with family involvement or staged as of right now. It's alleged that the sister Annie or her husband were involved. There was an accident that was covered up. The motives could be inheritance or disputes about inheritance. No evidence supports this right now, and I will fully say that no evidence supports this right now.
This is just some of the theories that are out there. So,
But I mean, the family has been cooperative from the beginning. That's very fine. They were cleared. But Dan Bongino on Fox said that he questioned the narrative after the deadlines passed.
Mhm.
All this kind of stuff, other internal issues. And I mean, I'm sorry, like, there may have been an accident. There may have been a fight and something happened. I don't know, but if this was a kidnapping, they would have known her health issues. They would have known her physical limitations.
Right.
Like, you don't do this stuff without doing your research. And like, we've even done an episode on that. So as of right now, just my personal gut feeling says that, okay, this was probably something that happened and nobody wants to own up to it.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, some of the other things that people are talking about especially the body language analysis and stuff. Some of these videos that the family have released, people are pointing out how odd they are, and some of the phrasings that are being said that people are not sure about. And I'm going to play a couple of those.
I was about to say, I've got some just dictations and everything.
Yeah, if you want to read them, then I can play them.
There was a February 4th video Savannah, Annie, and Cameron addressed the abductor, said, quote, "We want to hear from you. Please provide proof that our mom is alive." This includes a clip of Nancy herself on the Today Show for her voice and her mannerisms and everything.
Mhm.
The caption for that video said, "Prayers for our beloved mom, Nancy." There's a February 5th video, so one day later, and this is by Cameron. "On behalf of our family, we want to thank you all for the prayers for our beloved mom, Nancy. If you have her, please let her go." That's a direct quote from that one. February 7th, another video. They are very somber. They're all holding hands. Quote, "We received your message and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace."
Mhm.
And see that, celebrate with her, and then the only way we'll have peace, like, that's weird, but this is very valuable to us and we will pay. Not she is very valuable to us and we will pay. This is
Yeah.
very valuable to us and we will pay. The caption for that video said, quote, "Bring her home."
Mhm.
There's a February 10th. It's a video post as well. This was after the FBI release. They shared surveillance clips and images, like we have shared too. Said, quote, "Someone out there recognizes this person. We believe she is still out there. Bring her home." There's some other statements. Savannah said, quote, "This is a nightmare. The family skipped Olympics to focus on the search." Like,
Yeah.
why would you bring that up?
She was, because what's her name? Susan, the daughter?
Savannah.
She was one of the hosts. She was one of the main 3 hosts that was going to run
Well, she
the
said the
Olympics.
family skipped the
Yeah,
the
I mean,
Olympics
she
to
was going
focus
to
on the
be
search.
over in France
Okay.
for the Olympics with her whole with her family was going to go until this happened. Then she backed out. They had to get a replacement last minute.
Yeah.
So
a lot
that
of
makes
viewers,
sense, so.
a lot of viewers on that one sent support messages like "Bring Nancy home." The sheriff says, quote, "Family has," I don't think I have the rest of that quote. Yeah, it didn't print off.
It's fine.
Whatever that was. But as of today, the investigation into the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie still remains active. It is classified still as a kidnapping. No arrests have been made, and her whereabouts are unknown still. Authorities continue to emphasize that they believe she's alive, but time is critical because of her age and her health issues. The FBI has now doubled the reward to $100,000 for information leading to her safe return or the conviction of those responsible. So even if she's not found alive, if you have any information out there whatsoever that will lead to a conviction, and I actually, hang on, because I told you I bookmarked something earlier, because it was a new update 8 hours ago. So today, update: Arizona Sheriff's Office confirms no one is arrested after a search and traffic stop last night. Nancy Guthrie is still missing. The screenshot here from the media release said, "Good morning, media partners. Last night, a federal court-ordered search warrant was executed at a residence near East Orange Grove Road and North First Avenue in connection with the Guthrie case. The warrant was based on a lead we received. No arrests were made. A traffic stop was also conducted, and a person was questioned, but no arrest resulted from that incident. There are no further details available at this time. The county sheriff's department and the FBI continue to work together around the clock on this investigation, tracking all leads. We remind the public there is a reward of up to $100,000 for information leading to the location of Nancy Guthrie and or the arrest and conviction of anyone involved in her disappearance. So call in tips to, and there's a second number here. So the 1-800 call FBI, that's one. The other one is 520-351-4900. So 520-351-4900 is the second number to call there. They said no press briefings are scheduled at this time. If a significant development occurs, a press conference will be announced via email and their X account. So that's exactly what posted 8 hours ago today.
So, like I said, it's ongoing. We'll definitely keep an eye on it and maybe do a whole show on it next week, depending on what happens. It's already 2 weeks happened. It's been 2
Yeah.
weeks at this point. I don't, without the medications,
Yeah, she was declared missing on February 1st, so we're 14 days into this now.
So you read these things. I want to play from Fox News from the big weekend show here.
Savannah Guthrie has just posted a new video.
I don't have the video, just audio for it. So
if it'll
we
play
received
like
your
it's already,
message, and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
yeah, it says this is very valuable to us, and we will pay. And the videos are out there. You can just look them up on YouTube at this point and say Guthrie family videos, and just the body language experts have analyzed it, and even they say the wording of it is just off. It's a little weird, and so that's something else to look at too.
To be fair, I mean, their mother is missing. Like, I understand that. Like, me, if I'm ever on camera because something like this has happened, I'm going to be the one that everybody looks at. And just because, like, on camera and for something like this, I'm not going to be okay.
Right.
So, I mean, I understand that aspect of it. I absolutely do. So, just fair exchange there.
And then there's this one too, where she's talking about Savannah Guthrie posted a new video just a few days ago. So,
I wanted to come on and just share a few thoughts as we enter into another week of this nightmare. I just wanted.
So basically, she's talking there just as it's just a plea to the community to keep an eye out and keep them in their prayers and all that kind of thoughts. But again, the body specialists, they're even saying something seems off, and I'm no specialist on it, but so I'm not going to say one way or the other. But the main thing you can do, in my opinion, first off, $100,000 tip line. That sounds good. They've been over 100,000 tips called in already, and all of them basically have led to absolutely nothing and hoaxes. So there's a bad side of that as well. If you don't have something, don't call. Okay. Yeah. Just because your neighbor decided he's going to skip a day of watering his yard, don't mean he's got somebody locked in the basement. All right. If you don't know anything, don't call and don't take up their time actually out there doing something good.
Because they have to chase down each one of these tips. They have to look into it.
But anyways, I just want to throw it out there.
For sure.
Only thing we can do is just kind of pray about the situation and hope that there's a resolution to it. And that's all we're asking you guys to do as well is pray for them. So
I don't like to be all doom and gloom, but 84 years old, health problems, all the medicines left, all her physical aids are left. Me personally, I don't think this woman's still with us. And I hate saying that. I really do.
I mean, that's the likelihood of it. You're playing the odds. So, but some people say it might have been an inside job. What would be the reason behind it being inside though? I don't understand that either.
I don't know. We don't know that there were any big issues between family members. Like, we have no idea. That would be the big one. And 84 years old, like, okay, like Savannah, she's she's on like the Today Show and everything. Like, she's making good money. Like, she doesn't need an inheritance necessarily.
Right.
I don't know about other family members. I don't understand, but I don't know. I mean, disabling the cameras, all this kind of stuff.
Well, on the screen is the best overall look of the guy's build, who is the suspect, and I think is the kidnapper, not just a suspect. But anyways, it's him. They say he's around 5'9" to 5'10", according to each of those blocks. They measured the tiles,
Yeah.
and then they know
And the
how big
arch
these are,
there.
and then they calculated how tall he was and what size shoes he wears and all that stuff. So that information is available as well.
I
Kind of
say-
give you a description of the guy, but
You got to also look at that rug right there, the distance from the arch and everything, how tall the arch is. So where
Yeah.
he's standing on the rug, like, yeah, they were able to calculate how his height roughly.
mhm.
He's leaning a little bit, sure, but
And then supposedly they found a glove. Well, not supposedly, they found a glove in the bushes on the property, and they found some blood that does not match anyone in the family on the property.
they did have some blood evidence and everything that did come back to Nancy.
Yeah. They
So
found
we do
that
have that, but
outside
there
of the
is
door. They found some of Nancy's blood, but they found other
Yeah.
blood droplets that did not match anyone in the family on site.
No.
So there apparently was some sort of struggle.
Obviously.
So the 84-year-old had a little fight left in her. So I hope whoever it is missing an eyeball. All right, let's put it out there.
Absolutely.
But
You know
either
me
way,
at 84, I'm gonna go down fighting.
either way, keep the situation in your thoughts and prayers. Hopefully we get a resolution, and
I
if
say,
God willing, maybe
absolutely
either
let Miss Nancy be alive. Like,
he either brings her home to the family or he's already took her home to him. And either way, 84 years old, it's a horrific way to go out. But if she went to glory, then hey, that's awesome. That's everybody's goal. But if she is alive and able to get back home to the Guthries, then let's pray for that to happen as well.
absolutely.
Well, we're going to end it. Again, we got juxtaposition coming up behind us.
Yeah, just here in a couple of minutes. So
Yep.
hang out. Again, Rick and Orty, they're so much fun on their
Mhm.
show. Like,
So you can find me at BumpstockKen on X. And also I help run the at FP_forensics, which is Front Porch Forensics on X as well.
and that's where if there are any updates and everything on Miss
Mhm.
Nancy, we'll be posting them to that page
Mm-hmm.
for sure. I'll share them to mine, which is Bumpstock Barbie on X. I don't think I really need to plug my plant or baking pages.
Basically, it's
necessarily.
Bumpstock Bakery,
Baker,
Bumpstock
Bumpstock Baker, Bumpstock Botany, and I think I've got Bumpstock
Stitches
Stitcher.
or something. So if you look up Bumpstock whatever, it's more likely going to wind up being her.
I'm creating a whole brand.
But anyways, tonight was kind of a mismatched of shows, and if you hung out with us and stayed with us throughout, we appreciate it. Again, I'll say if one person listens or thousands listens, I'm honored either way. And we had a good turnout on Facebook tonight, which is awesome.
I say we got like aunts and church friends, and
now I've got church tomorrow. Of course, we're having an eating
Mhm.
meeting, which is or a fellowship meal, which is awesome. And you got some cookies to take to that.
yeah,
I have an apple pie over there on the stove waiting on me.
that's been
for
calling
dessert.
your name probably for 2 hours now.
Absolutely. And so I'm going to enjoy that. Enjoy your Valentine's Day. If you're with the one you love, awesome. If you're still looking for that person, don't give up. They're out there. I know I found mine. You can find yours too. Stay for juxtaposition.
Yeah.
Go to go to klrnradio.com and you can find a plethora of other shows, ours, and a whole bunch of others that you might enjoy. So go check that out. And
so much to offer there. And guys, don't do anything that's going to land you on an episode of Front Porch Forensics. So just be safe out there.
Be safe and be smart. How's that? And thanks again, and we'll see y'all later.
listen to it at night.